All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 3, check 3. Blue draw Porker.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 1st and 10, Fields. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
All day, just like
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 5 now. Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 34-yard line.
Like 22. Hey, Steve 6. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down with the first down, and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Give him 28 yards on that one. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Fields. Ebron with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's track.
Quick throw here to Hilton. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looking to throw. Fields. Ebron caught left side. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also moved the sticks.
14 more yards.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Let's go. Switch. Right slow. Come on. 44's the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Check the hot read.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Hines. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On second down now, it's Mack. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. West.
They'll try to run with Hines. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Check 4. He's coming. Rock it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Conley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check 6 guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Let's get it. Check.
To throw on second down. Fields. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Sleds.
On third down, it's Hines, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Room here to run.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Stay with it.
On second down, it's Hines. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Off play action. Fields looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's our field. It's our
Bravo.
Hey, it's our house.
On 61, matchbox lights.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Interception, baby, all day, all day.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Any weapon.
They'll run with Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Set, hut, 6-yard. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the
6-3, 218, chopper. Shit. Hey, 2. Yo, go. Hit it.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fields. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And give him a gain of 37. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Let's go. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
From the gun, Fields. And this will be caught at the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Let's go. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And the Jags grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On 1st down, Swift, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Jaguars on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Leo! Tighten up! Go! Fight!
Now Minshew. Going for it all. think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields to the right side to Eric Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Off the play fake. Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but now it'll be third down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first down, Fields. He's got Allen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. On first and 10, Fields. Allen's got it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Fields.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Check.
On second down, it's Hines. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, 5. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambeau on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant. Look, squeeze. Check. Lucky. Big grip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time.